So excited about the win, obviously. Very excited about the way that we performed. I thought, we tried to do some simple things, give the team some simple things defensively to key in on, and I thought we did a really good job of that for the most part. It's a difficult opponent to prepare for because their strength is reading what you do and countering it. And really, no matter what you do, they have an answer. And so then you have to have another answer right on top of it. So I thought we did a really good job for most of that game. We won the glass. Still some issues, but overall really happy. So I think our approach is to just play every game like it's the championship game. If we come into practice tomorrow and we're more focused than we've been prior, then I'll be disappointed. Not that we're more focused, but the fact that we weren't focused before. So to me, it's just going to be take the names off the jerseys, have a plan, prepare the team with that plan, and then make adjustments as we go. Clearly, it's a championship caliber opponent in their building. You can't play mediocre and win. But I would hope our players prepared as hard for this game as they would for any other, and that includes Saturday.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just kind of been in practices and stuff, just making sure that we're taking it kind of not one game at a time, but making sure that we're just preparing for every game, like going hard in practice. And it's the expectation that we come every day, just working hard every day. And I think opponent to opponent, obviously can be some difference, but at the end of the day, like if we don't show up to any of the games in the Patriot League, then it can be a bad outcome that we don't want. So I think it's just kind of coming into practice every day with the mentality that we want to win the next game. And I think that's the same for these next two games, and it'll be the same after that as well. Yeah, I think we do a lot of defense. And I think Coach was saying it before the game, like it's our principles and we broke it down and we obviously prepared for this game, but if we don't do our general principles going into the game, if we're not talking, communicating, if we're not jumping to the ball, if we're not doing the principles that we practice every single day, then we won't succeed. So I think we obviously did prepare for this game, but I think it did kind of go down to like what we work on every single day. And I think buying into that and doing that was what was able to be successful today. We all love Emma. She works really, really hard. She is always in practice. Like, she's one of the loudest girls on the team, like always going hard. And so I think that was really exciting for her, I'm sure, and for the team as well.
You have two options. You can be a group of people or you can be a team. If you want to be a team, then everybody has to have a role and they have to embrace that role and do it every day. And so for us, I feel like we've gotten to the point where people understand what their role is and they just try to be the best at it they can be. All of our reserves, our bench folks, practice as hard every day. And Sep is one of those. And she's so valuable to our team. They work as hard as the five starters, the leading scorer, the best rebounder. And so when they're able to get into games, have success, you feel so good for them because their options are limited. But the level of work and effort and time that they put in is the same as everybody else. And so it's a good feeling to see all of them get a chance.
Yeah, I think, there was a lot of sort of coming into the game. We knew that maybe they were going to double and people were going to have to move around and kind of knock down shots. So I think just making sure the ball is kind of moving around fast and making sure that you're not just taking like the first shot. And there are people on this team who can just knock down shots like crazy. Abby and Allie are just amazing from the three-point line. And so when I see them open or anybody sees them open, they know, get them a good pass. We work on that every day in practice, like getting people good passes. Yeah, I think the expectation is that even with being older or younger on the team, like we all have the same expectations, but I think it's a lot of just kind of making sure we hold each other accountable and make sure we're holding ourselves accountable, and hopefully we can carry that throughout the rest of the season and next year as well. Oh man, all of them, all of those seniors, Slagus, Kai, Rachel, all of them, Kate, all in different ways. Like they really were extremely helpful and just, I don't know. Every single person that's gone through this program has been really, really helpful to us.
That's my least favorite part of the game. You have that lull at halftime where you can go in and kind of regroup, talk about adjustments, and then you come out and you just don't know what you're going to get. I hate that feeling. I hate that part in the game. And so I just wanted us to stay aggressive, not be satisfied, and try to be a little bit more tunnel vision in terms of let's win the next 4 or 5 minutes as opposed to, hey, let's hang on and win the game. Let's, at the media timeout, let's start the game 0-0, and at the media timeout, let's be ahead. And, so to see our team show maturity and be able to do that is a positive sign. Hopefully it's a situation we're in a lot where we're coming out of halftime ahead. So I'm hoping it's a regular thing, but you never know. Good today, and that was the focus. We'll sleep this one off and wake up tomorrow and then ask me again on Saturday. Every day is just win the day. We won today. We're going to win tomorrow in practice. And we're going to win Friday in practice, and we'll see what happens Saturday. So it's cliche, it's coach speak, but it's so true. If you get out of your lane, if you're look at or talking about or concerned with what you did yesterday, you probably haven't done much today. And so we just try to eyes forward and keep plugging away. Yeah, we're going to go 1-3-1.
It's going to be a tough game.
It is.
Confidence.
And, going back to what I had just said, I have seen Lehigh play, but it's when they've played opponents of ours. Okay, a little bit in the summertime. I watched some of their games from last year. If we're not playing, I may tune in if they have a game. But in terms of sit down and scout and take notes, all the things that we do to prepare, I have not done any of that because my full attention was on American. I have assistant coaches who look ahead, so that when I leave today, I'm going to get some notes in my pocket, and I'm going to go home and watch 2 or 3 hours of film tonight. And when I show up in the office tomorrow, I'm going to be ready to run full speed on Lehigh. But this morning and the day before, it was all about American. Well, we're fortunate to have AJ there, who's played some point guard. We're fortunate to have, Ty and Gia and people waiting in the wings who, we have confidence in as well. I think it's not so much AJ at the point. It's more so the folks who then fill in her wake on the wing. You now have Ty's got to play more, and Gia's going to get some more opportunity, and Taylor's got to play more minutes, and Abby's got. So that's really where the change is. What AJ's going to have to do is really what AJ's been doing, with a little bit more responsibility in terms of organization. That's about it. So it's really just about getting comfortable again in new roles. In terms of who subs in when, what's the rotation going to be, who has who on defense, those kind of things. But for the most part, again, we're fortunate to have some folks who are ready to go. And we can't make up for Marley, but I think we can hang in there and continue to compete. But we sure would rather have her, that's for sure.